Hey guys, Chris from Provo Beast Audio Installation, and today we're doing front door speakers on a Ford Transit. In this video, we're going to show you how to remove the factory door panel here and speakers. Head over to the bench, get our new speaker and speaker adapter and wire adapters all ready to go, and then we'll head back here and get them reinstalled. This Ford Transit has been equipped with a component set, meaning there are speakers both in the mid-range in the door and a tweeter up in the A-pillar. And what's tricky about these is you have wires that go through a wire connector through the boot in the door jamb. What we're going to do, since our component set that we've chosen has a crossover, we're going to show you how to run wires through that wire connector, which can be super tricky, so we can connect our tweeter to our crossover that will mount inside the door panel. This will all make sense as we get to it. Let's go ahead and get started. Just kind of go ahead and pull away from the door panel, just like that. Now for your handle here, you actually don't need to really disconnect it. Go ahead and take your 7mm again, remove your speaker screws, remove your harness. There's your mid-range. All out. All right, so we got to pop out the A-pillar cover so we can access the tweeter in there. And we're going to go ahead and just pop these covers off. And you're going to have two 10mm bolts in there. You just have to go ahead and pull your shielding down. It looks like there's some wire already ran up there. So we're going to go ahead and pop. And then you're going to have a little harness here on your factory tweeter. Go ahead and unplug it. All right, everything's disassembled. Let's head over to the bench and get our new speakers all prepped on the bench and get it back here to get it reassembled. All right, so we're here at the bench. The parts that we're going to use for this install: the speaker brackets that we'll need to adapt our aftermarket speaker to the factory location. It's by Metra. It's the 82-5605. For this works for 5 1/4, but mainly for 6 6.5 and 6 3/4 inch speakers. And additionally, we're using a wire harness adapter that plugs directly into the factory socket or the factory harness there. And these are the Metra 72-5602 wiring harness adapters. They come in pairs. So before we start jumping into things, we have our A-pillar cover here and the factory tweeters in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop out that factory tweeter. Depending on the tweeter that you use, ours won't pop just simply back in there. So we're going to pop this bracket out here by drilling out these plastic welds. After modifying this, we're going to pop our new tweeter in that same bracket and then reassemble it. There's our tweeter bracket there. And again, you may be able to find an aftermarket tweeter that'll fit in that factory location. Our aftermarket ones won't fit in that factory location. They just won't pop in. Some do, but ours won't. So we're going to heavily modify this bracket. If you don't want to do this, I suggest you go look for a tweeter that'll better fit in here. But what we're going to do is we're going to actually cut this back part of the tweeter off. So we are left with just this bracket here, and then we're going to mount our new aftermarket tweeter inside this bracket. Okay, so far I've cut just about everything out of that. Now, of course, this is still a little bit too big and bulky for our speaker adapter, so we're going to go ahead and just use a file, clean up our edges there, and it should just pop right into place. Alright, so with modification here, we went ahead and got our aftermarket tweeter all installed here, and from this point, we're going to go ahead and snag the A-pillar again, and we're going to glue back in. Now you can use C8 glue or even hot glue, and we're going to reattach our tweeter back to the same posts that we kind of drilled out there, and make sure it's glued and the glue is set well enough that we won't have any issues of it coming apart here inside the A-pillar. Now while that gets hot, let's go ahead and prep our speaker ring adapter. Now these middle tabs are for 5 1/4, which we don't have, so I'm going to go ahead and cut them out. Now we're using these NVX speakers. These are the VSP65 KIT speakers. These are 6.5 component speakers. Looking at our speaker ring adapter here, you have the two top sides that are kind of longer with the holes in it, and then the one at the bottom is just a little guy. You go on the bottom without kind of the wide portions. That is the bottom. Okay, so there's your speaker all ready to go. Last thing we want to talk about is our adapter here. These ends simply just go ahead and plug on in. If you're running just a coaxial speaker and not a component set, these are plug and play. You just put these on the terminals there in the back of the speaker, and this plugs into the factory harness inside the door. We're actually going to modify this just slightly because we're running a set of component speakers, and so we have to wire in a crossover, which allows certain frequencies to go to your mid-range and the other certain frequencies to go to your tweeter. So we're going to modify this so it can better adapt with the crossover, and we're going to show you what that looks like here in a minute. Okay, so our glue is set. It's all mounted in. It's super tight. It's not going anywhere. It sits behind the factory grill. And then all we need to do is wire in our tweeter output from our crossover. That's going to be in the door. And again, we're going to show you how to run that wire. On this tweeter, red is positive, and the one without a red stripe is negative. So we're done with this. Let's set this off to the side until we're ready to install it. Our speakers are good to go. Let's head over to the door, start running our wire. Okay, so we mounted our crossover. This portion of the door, there's nothing behind it. There's plenty of space behind the panel to install the crossover. We got it mounted right there. Now, you remember our speaker adapter wire, our harness adapter. What we did with our harness adapter is we just cut off the leads that went to the actual speaker and then just wired it into the input of our crossover, just because this is a full range signal coming from the radio and we want it to go to the input of the crossover rather than to the speaker. So that's all done. And then what I have done is I have about a 16 gauge speaker wire and like more of an 1822 gauge speaker wire. So the heavier ones for the mid-range in the door, and then the lighter ones for the tweeter that's going to be in the dash in the A-pillar. So what we have now wired in are these two outputs, and I just wired them down through a little hole here so they go into the panel, and we'll wrap this up with Testa tape and zip tie it all there so it's nice and clean. This mid-range speaker is all good to go. We just need to wire that into the speaker, and this guy is going to be the hardest part of this install. So what we need to do is run it through this factory door grommet, the boot here, up into the A-pillar. And the reason why it's so hard is Ford has made things tricky by there's a harness, there's a plug in the door. It's not just a simple pass-through. So we have to find some empty pins and slots so we can snake our wires through that harness so we can get them inside the cabin and up to the A-pillar. We'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so crossover's all done. We got everything nice and cleaned up here. Harnesses are good to go. We got the ends that we cut off the original harness adapter. We kept them because they have nice little ends on them, and we just wired them into that, the mid-range woofer output. So positive and negative are good to go. That just plugs into the back of the speaker. Then we continued that purple wire So we pop the boot out here, just held on with clips so we can run our speaker wire through. And we've also done it from the other side here. And this is the plug I'm talking about, where it's actually, there's two harnesses on this end. So here you can see there's two plugs on the back of that. That's why you can't just simply run wires through. Now we're going to actually disconnect the gray one on the bottom because it has some empty pins where we can slightly enlarge in so we can run our purple wire through that, which goes inside the car, and we're going to run it up to the 8-pillar. So we're going to get going on that. That's probably going to be the hardest part of this install, and so we're going to go ahead and take our time and get that all wired in. Okay, so you can disconnect those harnesses. There's little tabs, and it disconnects out of the boot here. And then I got a hanger here and fished up through that so I can begin pulling our speaker wire through the rubber boot. Then from here, we're going to show you where to safely pass through those wires through this harness, and then likewise on the male end, and that'll give us the access we need to run that inside. Okay, so looking in the female side of this harness adapter, you'll notice that on this side there's these two pins here, but right by the end of my thumb, by the nail, there's these two pins here, and then to the right of that there's nothing. There's two empty slots that I guess there would be pins there for speakers, but there isn't any. So we got the two top ones here that you can clearly see that stick out, and then two empty spots. And so if we shine a light through, those go straight through the other end. And so that's what we're going to use to run our wire through there. And then likewise on the male end, there's two empty slots here that we'll just enlarge in just so slightly with the drill bit, so we can pass our wires through there as well. So at the end of my finger there, we got the two normal pins for the mid-range there, and then the two empty pins over there, and I just used the drill bit, made those just so slightly bigger, because again they pass straight through, so there's no little risk in doing any damage. And on the male end, again, I used the drill bit just to make them just ever so slightly bigger, so we can pass our purple wires through. So let's do it. Okay, so we fed our wires through here, through those two empty pinholes that we just slightly enlarged. And we did that on the same male side, and that passes through. And so we'll just slowly pull the slack out as we connect in the harness. And that's about it. We're gonna plug everything back in. We'll reassemble all this, and now we're gonna just fish this wire up in here, and then we'll probably pull it out around this 8-pillar area so this can connect into our new tweeter. All right, so we pulled that on through. Just came out right there. We have lots of extra slack here that we can cut out, but that is it. So now we're slowly going to pull the slack out and plug those two harnesses back in. Put this guy back on here as well, and then we'll do the same on that side. And finally, we'll cut this back a little bit, but we'll connect it into our tweeter. Okay, harness is all plugged in. That's what it looks like through those empty slots. This will just plug right back on in here. Just like so. Okay, so we strip these wires back, and we have our 8-pillar cover, and we also strip the wires on our new tweeter here, and we'll match positive to positive, negative to negative. We're going to go ahead and use a crimp cap and make sure it has a nice crimp in it, and then we're going to reassemble the 8-pillar because that is done. Now you're probably asking yourself, why didn't we just tap into this wire here, the original tweeter wire? You can and you can't in certain circumstances. For the speakers that we chose, we can't do it that way because our tweeter and our mid-range speaker need to go through a crossover. And so this is a full pass wire, and it just wouldn't work with our tweeter. Now, alternatively, if you find a component set that has a tweeter that has a built-in crossover and a mid-range that has a built-in crossover, and you don't need a separate module like we do, then that would be easier. All you have to do is connect the tweeter into that, connect the mid-range into the factory harness, and you don't have to run wires through the boot like we did. We certainly did it the hard way here. So other alternatives, keep that in mind. Choose your speakers wisely, but if you want to go through all the song and dance like we did here, it's certainly doable. Okay, so we got our tweeter all wired in. Let's go ahead and reinstall our 8-pillar. Okay, 8 pillars back in. We'll just need to give it a good wipe down. Our grommets all back together here. And finally here, mid-range is in the door, crossover's done. We actually tested it off camera. It sounds great. We'll give you a test here at the very end. But at this point, let's go ahead and put our door panel back on. Okay, everything all back together here. Door panels all back on. We tested everything. We got our mid-range all done. Got our tweeter in. We've already done the other side, which is an identical process here. All right, got some Peter Gabriel going. But yeah, sounds great. These are running off the factory radio, but down the road, if they want more power, we're going to throw in an NVX 4-channel amplifier. At this point, we're good to go with this install. If you have any questions on what we did here, go ahead and post a comment below. Thanks, guys, for watching the channel. Appreciate the support. Hit the like button, subscribe, and we will see you in the next video.